Waiting for some people to do. Okay. I believe I'm back. So, yes, no, when I started this business, following about the Zen Habits guy, when I started this business in 2010-ish, he was one of the people, so he had a blog, just a blog back then. It was just a blog, a very simple blog. I read quite a few of his posts because I was kind of doing a lot of blogging. So, yeah, I know him from back then. He's got really huge since then, which is great. Dry says, 3 days ago I splurged a massive track idea in under 5 minutes. I just checked it and I'm still in shock. Time is not the limiting factor when it comes to making music. It really isn't. That's absolutely true. Yes, right, I'm gonna finish this splurge. So here we go. Loading plugins. Oh, it's a bit loud, isn't it? Let's turn that down there. I really need to sort out this level situation. Time. Oh, actually, one of the ways I've saved a lot of time in making music is just in deciding, for instance, I'm going to use a piano in most of my stuff. I mean, I can't imagine how much time that saved me. Yeah, and also I like it. I just really like the sound of the piano. I started the piano when I was 7, and you know, so it's kind of a valid thing that I'm into. So. Oh, it sounds out of tune, doesn't it? Anyway, don't worry about that for now. Oh, it's really out of tune, isn't it? Anyway. to get a move on now. I'm running out of time. Just gonna put that in there like that. Okay. There we go. I'm just going to leave that on that. I can't be bothered to change the mistake a moment. You see me leaving a lot of mistakes. But I might just make this a very short one because I'm running out of time. So Douglas asks, is it possible to program arrangement templates in Ableton Live? To be honest with you, I haven't used Ableton Live for a while. I have actually downloaded it. I'm going to use it in a Splurge in a future live stream. But I don't know whether they've got them like they do in here. Where are they? Can't remember. View. Where is it? Somewhere around here. Oh, it's here. So here we've got arrangement things. Yeah. So you can do that. Yeah. I don't know whether they have that in Ableton. I can't. I'm not familiar enough with it. But what you can do is, if they don't, or in any DAW, is you can just take an empty MIDI part like this. So just put a MIDI channel. Ah. Let's just use that one. Okay, so here we have, and you can name it as, whatever, just call it arrangement. Does that work? I very rarely use this, so there we go. So we go, arrangement, yeah, and then you can just create parts, and you can do this in any DAW, yeah, so you can put a part in here, like this, and you could just say, verse, yeah, and then you could just put one here like this, and you could just rename that and say chorus, yeah, and then you could say middle 8, yeah, and then you could copy that over. Oh no, what would I do? Yeah, go back to the verse probably. Verse, chorus, middle 8, yeah, and then chorus, yeah, and there I've got an arrangement template for a song, probably a pop song, something like that. So even if you can't do what you can in Logic, you can do that, because obviously that's not playing anything. So you've got an arrangement template. And you can also, I mean, actually a really good way of learning stuff about arranging is to actually do that, analyze tracks that you like, and do the same thing. Just create an empty MIDI channel, and put empty MIDI parts over the top in order to map out what arrangement they've used. Yeah. So I've got to go, and I think I'm just going to leave it at that because I ran out of time. Okay, so Douglas is asking, is it... do you think it could be a good idea to try? Yeah, I mean, just focus on what you're doing in the Splurge, in the Idea Explosion Challenge now. Don't do any of that stuff just yet, because obviously, if you're, I mean, I do some of the splurges that I do kind of teach, that I do give are, I mean, not in the Idea Explosion Challenge, but in other programs, are actually arrangement splurges where you're splurging into an arrangement. But it's kind of, you need to get used to splurging first in a simpler way, if you like, with less, because splurging into arrangement does kind of encourage you to sort of think more, if you like. Yep. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save this as time mismanagement. I think we're in, I can't even remember what key we're in. Yeah, we're in G. There we go. And obviously I am going to bounce this out, but I will do that. So I've got to record that first, then I'll bounce it out. See, here we go. I've hardly done anything in the splurge because I've been focused on answering your questions, but I'm still calling it a splurge because I've run out of time. So that's one of the reasons that a splurge is finished. So tomorrow we're having another Q&A session. So if you're in the Idea Explosion Challenge program, then you have to register for that call. Yeah. So there are details for that on the coaching site. So make sure you have registered for that call. I will be live streaming that call, but I will be doing it to, I think it's just YouTube because of the way that Zoom works with webinars. But basically you can ask me questions. We can literally have a conversation, so we can talk. It's like a call-in type thing. And that will be live streamed to Zoom. So I will see you here tomorrow in a kind of slightly different context. But until then, onwards and upwards.